Here's a Reddit story from the subreddit Work, and it's titled, Coworker that was on maternity leave when I got hired returned to work today. I was asked to not show up today and tomorrow. What is going on? Hi everyone. So I work in a small business and I got hired about a month ago. There are 9 employees total and one that was on maternity leave when I got hired, so I haven't met her. We both have the same job position, and when I got hired, I found out that it's a job only one person can do, so I was worried I got tricked into thinking it was a long-term job and that I would get fired when the other employee returned. My boss called me last night to ask me to not show up today and tomorrow. They told me not to worry and that my salary won't be affected, and just say they needed to sort some things out. This morning, they texted me asking me to be discreet and say I asked for days off if any of my coworkers text me asking what happened. I'm really confused about the whole situation. My brother says he thinks they will fire the other employee and don't want me to be there, but it's so bizarre. I heard that the employee and my boss don't get along, and she has a higher salary than me, more experience. I don't know if I'm the one that's going to get fired, and the anxiety is killing me. I think the whole thing is very unprofessional, but it was really hard for me to find a place to work where I feel comfortable and happy. I don't want to lose it. First edit. Just to clear some things up. Now that I'm reading all the replies, I feel like I left out some important details. I'm sure the employee on maternity leave knew someone got hired. My company put up a job posting even in their socials, so they weren't hiding the fact they were hiring someone else for the same position. My workplace is a bit more slow-paced than I thought it would be, so that's when I started worrying about getting fired, because I feel like there's no need for 2 people to do this job. Also, I'm not in the US, and in my country, laws are basically non-existent and nobody sues because of how difficult everything is here. It's sad, but people get away with anything here. The employee that came back was a little problematic from what I've heard. However, I think my boss never fired her because she has an essential role and because our profession is licensed and on a very high demand, so it's hard to find a replacement. Finding another job wouldn't be hard for me because there are a lot of opportunities. However, the reason why I feel so good at my current job is because of my coworkers. My job requires teamwork and it can be stressful, so all my other experience in other jobs were horrible. The people treated me horribly because I was new and slower than the others. My boss has been very understanding when I make mistakes because she knows I'm new, and my coworkers have been extremely helpful. I hope this clears some things up. I still don't like the way my boss is handling things and would feel horrible for the other woman if she has no idea she's getting fired, even though I'm surprised she's worked there for years after hearing the stories my coworkers told me. Wow, this OP sounds like she's really young and sounds like she doesn't have much work experience. If she's afraid that she's going to get fired, even though she's been doing an awesome job for this 1 month, and the boss did reach out and say, don't come in. I mean, yeah, like the OP has said, the way that the boss is handling it right now, it's a little questionable, and I don't think it's a great idea of how the way the boss is approaching. But hey, to each its own, right? But let's see what the comment section have to say. The first comment says, the more likely issue is that they don't want the returning employee to see the replacement they hire, so they can't use it as proof of unfair dismissal. The company may have a legit reason for dismissing the employee, but it's extremely shady that they want the replacement to stay home. I agree. Another comment says, it's shady of them asking her to lie and say that she requested time off instead of being told not to report to work. Like I said, that is very shady of the boss. So the OP does come back with a final update, and here it is. The employee that came back from maternity leave got fired. In my country, it's legal to fire someone after they return from maternity leave. She got 4 months fully paid. I do feel bad because I didn't know I would be stealing somebody's job, but that's the way the world works, I guess. I'm just young and not used to it, lol. Anyways, thanks to everyone for replying and sharing your insights. What do you guys think about this whole situation? What would you have done? I would love to hear about it in the comments section, so please leave it there. If you like these types of stories, remember to continue to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later.